Imagine that you're at a pet store and you're going to buy your very first pet. And you've been persuaded into buying an exotic hermit crab. You're very excited to take your new pet home, but now what? There are just 3 things that you should remember to properly take care of your new pet, and that is choosing the right enclosure, providing proper basic care, and extra amenities because after all, it is your very new pet. First, we'll start with enclosures. Crab enclosures work best as if they're fish tanks, but any enclosure that is spill-proof will do. Most likely your hermit crab will come with an enclosure, but those are really not the best options. Whatever enclosure you do choose needs to have a lid that will keep the hermit crab inside and also allow fresh air into the tank. Whatever enclosure you choose should allow fresh air into the tank and should also have 3 different bowls for food, salt water, and regular water. And the bowl should not be too deep so that the crab can easily climb out to prevent drowning. Crabs also like to hide and climb on things, so plastic pants and caves work really well for this. Another thing that your enclosure should have is a light to keep the heat above 75 degrees according to How to Create the Ideal Hermit Crab Habitat. This is the degree temperature needed to sustain life. Now that you know how your crab should be living, let's move on to basic care. Feeding. You can find hermit crab food at any of your local pet stores and for fairly cheap. The 2 most common types of food are small river shrimp and fresh fruit blends. You should always remember to follow the instructions on each of the containers for how often and how much to feed your crabs. Let's talk about holding your crab. It is perfectly okay for a hermit crab owner to hold their crab. Just remember that hermit crabs are still crabs and so that they can pinch you when agitated. To refrain from agitating your crab, you should never try to force your crab into or out of its shell. Finally, let's talk about extra amenities. Crabs, like humans, love toys and treats too. Some of the most popular things that you can give to your hermit crabs are dried wood, plastic, plants, and coral so that the crab can climb on it. Dried wood also doubles as a snack for your crab because it likes to chew on it and it helps to build their immune system. Crabs also really like to have humidity, so according to hermitcrabs.com, you should keep your tank above 80% humidity at all times. This is optimal. Crabs also really like sponges for cleansing, so if you would like to provide your crab for this, you would just put a sponge inside of your freshwater bowl, not the saltwater bowl. Anyone can be a successful crab owner. You just have to know a few tips, and now you're prepared.